It was a typical evening in the quiet suburb of Willow Creek. The streets were lined with maple trees casting long shadows as the sun dipped below the horizon. Families settled into their homes, the air filled with the smells of dinner cooking and the faint laughter of children playing in the distance. Inside number 45 Elm Street, Tom Sanders was doing what he usually did around this time, reading a book in his cozy living room, the gentle hum of the dishwasher in the background. His dog, a sleepy golden retriever named Duke, lay curled up at his feet. It was the kind of peaceful evening that promised nothing out of the ordinary. Tom approached the door, the floorboards creaking under his weight. The knocking came again, more insistent this time. He peered through the peephole, but saw only the porch light casting its glow on the empty steps. His heart skipped a beat. Was he imagining things? He opened the door a crack, the cool night air brushing against his face. There, in the dim light, stood two children. Tom hesitated, his instinct screaming at him to shut the door.
"What do you need?"
He managed to ask, his voice barely above a whisper. The children looked up and Tom gasped. Their eyes were completely black, no whites visible at all, like deep, dark pools reflecting nothing but emptiness.
"We need to use your phone,"
the second child said, stepping forward slightly. The light from the porch revealed her face more clearly, and the sight sent a chill down Tom's spine. There was an otherworldly quality to her, something not quite human. Tom's mind raced. He knew he should refuse, should close the door and call the police. But there was something compelling about their eyes, something that made him falter.
I can bring the phone to you,"
he stammered, unsure why he was even considering helping them. "Please, we need to come inside," the boy insisted, his voice now more urgent.
"It won't take long. We're just cold and tired, and we need to call our mom."
Tom felt a pull, an almost hypnotic urge to comply, but a part of him resisted, fueled by a primal fear. He noticed his hand trembling as he held the door.
I can't let you in, but I will make the call for you,"
he said, his voice firming up as he found some resolve. The girl's expression hardened.
"It has to be us who make the call,"
she said, her tone flat. The air around them seemed to grow colder, and Tom felt the oppressive weight of their gaze. He was torn between pity and terror, unsure what to believe or do. Section 5. The Growing Fear. Tom closed the door slightly, keeping the chain latched. "Wait here," he said, not taking his eyes off them. He went to grab his cell phone, his mind racing. Could these children be in trouble, or was there something more sinister at play? He dialed the local police station, his fingers fumbling with the phone. As he explained the situation, he couldn't help but peek through the blinds. The children still stood there, their posture unnaturally still, their black eyes staring up at the house. The operator's voice was a lifeline, pulling him back to reality. "Stay inside, sir. We're sending a car right over." Relief washed over Tom, but it was short-lived. As he turned back to the door, he saw that the children were gone, vanished without a sound. Section 6. The Search for Answers. The next day, Tom's curiosity got the better of his fear. He started searching online for any information about black-eyed children. The stories he found sent shivers down his spine, tales of encounters with these beings, always asking for entry, always at night. He stumbled upon a forum where people shared similar experiences. Each story was different, yet eerily the same. These children appeared out of nowhere, their demands simple but unnerving. No one knew where they came from or what happened if you let them in. Tom posted his own experience, seeking answers. Replies poured in, some skeptical, others sympathetic. A few suggested that these children were harbingers of misfortune or even death. Tom shuddered, unable to shake the feeling that he had narrowly escaped something dreadful. It was exactly a week later when they came again. The knock was soft, almost hesitant. Tom's heart raced as he approached the door, the memories of the last encounter fresh in his mind. This time, he was more prepared. He opened the door with the chain still on, his phone ready to record.
"What do you want?" he asked, his voice steadier than he felt.
"We told you, we just need to call our mom," the girl replied, her voice monotone.
"Please, Mr. Sanders, just let us in for a moment."
Tom held his ground. "I can't help you," he said firmly. "Please go away." But as he started to close the door, the boy spoke again, his voice chillingly calm.
You should have let us in, Mr. Sanders. It would have been easier for you.
Confused and frightened, Tom watched as they turned and walked away, their figures disappearing into the night. He stood there, the door ajar, the cold air filling his lungs. What did they mean by that? What could have been easier? Days turned into weeks and life slowly returned to normal. But Tom was changed. He installed new locks, added security cameras, and avoided answering the door after dark. The fear had embedded itself deep within him, a constant whisper in the back of his mind. He kept researching, kept posting on forums, but no new information came up. The black-eyed children remained a mystery, their intentions unclear. Every knock at the door made his heart skip a beat. Every shadow seemed to hide a dark pair of eyes. But nothing happened. No more visits, no more eerie encounters. Had they moved on? Or were they just waiting, biding their time? Tom couldn't be sure, and that uncertainty was the worst part of it all. The story of the black-eyed children is one that lingers, unsettling and unresolved. It taps into our deepest fears, the unknown, the unnatural, the uninvited. Tom's experience is a chilling reminder of the thin veil between our world and the mysteries that lie just beyond our understanding. What are these children? Where do they come from? What do they want? These questions remain unanswered, leaving us to wonder and to fear. Perhaps some mysteries are better left unsolved, for the answers might be more terrifying than the questions themselves. As for Tom, he lives his life looking over his shoulder, a man touched by the unknown. And perhaps, in the quiet of the night, he hears a soft knock, a whisper of a memory, or a warning of what might still come. The saga of the black-eyed children continues, somewhere in the shadows, waiting,